Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special figure showcase, we're going to be looking at two very popular Autobot characters and toys. They are, of course, Inferno and Grapple. What we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at them in both of their modes, and that'll help you decide how you want to display them. I'll point out things that you need to be aware of if you're after purchasing one for yourself. I'll show you all the accessories that come with them. That'll help you know if yours is complete and how to complete them. And as I'm lucky enough to have a couple of different types of packaging, we can have a look at the artwork and the battle scenes on the back of that. Before we get started, I want to say a big happy birthday to Theron, who's turning 14. This video is especially for him, so I hope he enjoys it. And of course, I hope you guys enjoy it too. Let's get started. Here he is then. Let's start with Inferno. Of course, the bright red fire truck. And again, very popular character. These two, Inferno and Grapple, very popular, getting lots of reissues down the years. Yeah, purely because of that, because they are so popular. You know, and it's a fire truck, and when you're a kid, kids love fire trucks, kids love rescue vehicles. So the fact you've got rescue vehicles that turn into robots, it's an amazing double combination. As you can see with this though, there's a lot of chrome on it. So you've got chrome on what comes to be the shoulder top parts there, on the bumper at the front, and on the struts at the bottom. So that is something to be aware of. It does obviously make it look good if it's shiny. It can go, see like the bottom of that one there, go all black when it starts to come off, but it's not too bad. You can also see there that the tyres are made out of rubber, so it's really important that they're in good condition, because they can perish away, unfortunately. And the problem that I find most with Generation 1 Infernos is either the ladder. It's either broken or it's sun faded. The ladder actually telescopes 3 times. Some people may not know that, but it is. It's a really, really long ladder, and yeah, it gets damaged quite easy. But the biggest thing, I think, as I say, is the sun damage to that and to the hose on the side there. Either way, absolutely fantastic alt mode. And again, say, very, very popular. Very popular. I think is it Earthrise? No, Earthrise was Grapple. He's just got a reissue under their Kingdom line. We might as well stay with him now, because he's got an abundance of accessories. So these are the 2 parts that go in the top there in robot mode. So you need 2 of them. And these are a little sun faded. See, they've got that creamy tinge, so that's something to be aware of. You need 2 of them. 3 missiles, like so. And again, chrome will be important with these. The good thing is, though, that these missiles are universal between the 2. Same as the fists, I believe. I've just checked. I can't find any differences at all. Somebody may correct me, because I don't know everything, but there we go. So there's your fists. So the good thing is, if you've got them both and you haven't got all of their accessories, you can get away with sharing them, which is a good thing. And there is his gun. Excellent. So that's all the accessories. Say quite a bit that come with Inferno. Let's have a look at him then in robot mode. So you can see now that that chrome is important, because the front grille, the front bumper, comes obviously as part of his main chest. The shoulder pieces I was on about there shine really nice. And there's all the accessories. I choose to display mine with a fist and a gun and a missile in one hand. And then, funnily enough, there's a bit of a sun fade there on this ladder. In fact, if I do this, you can see, can't you? I didn't realise that one was that bad until you stand it next to another one. But there you go. Again, great figure. Articulation-wise, movement in the shoulder, movement in the bicep, elbow, and just at the feet and the toes. But they're all mainly for transformation purposes. There is one other thing I've just quickly forgot to mention, and I'll refer back to it now, that you find broken quite a lot. And you see where the arms attach to the back of the truck. In fact, if I carefully take this off, there you go. There's a dowel there, and that quite often breaks off into the actual forearm of the robot, unfortunately. So that is something to be aware of. But there he is. Fantastic toy. We'll have a look at the box and the artwork in a second. Before we do that, let's move on to the instructions. So 1985 Series 2. So the instructions are all pretty much like this, unless they're the Decepticons. They've got the purple colour. What I'm trying to say is they're not in full colour anymore. You've just got the black and white and then the red colour, because he's an Autobot. Right, let's move on to Grapple then. Again, released exactly the same time, and you can tell they share the same mould. They've just changed a few things. So you've now got a telescopic, sort of crane. Crane hook is near enough always damaged, missing, or incredibly chrome faded. That one isn't too bad, to be fair. And you can also find that this can be very loose. So when you're standing in the robot mode, sometimes it comes out. That is something to be aware of. The chrome is exactly the same for the struts at the bottom, the shoulder pieces and the bumper. They're all the same. But of course, the good thing is he's sporting this lovely orange colour as well. And funnily enough, let me just show you the extra bit of chrome that's under there, the other support. Otherwise, as we just said, pretty much exactly the same mould, just retooled a couple of things. Tyres are still rubber as well. And yeah, it looks good. They both, I know they were teamed up with different pairs in the cartoon and stuff. Inferno usually went off with Red Alert, but for obvious reasons, I've decided to put these two in their own video due to the fact they share the same mould. Again, they even share the same accessories. So the missiles I've already pointed out, and the fist, and I'm actually pretty adamant as well that the gun is exactly the same. I can't see any difference in any of the magazines and books that I've got saying they are. So the good thing is, again, I've already mentioned, but I will mention it again, you can share the accessories. So the good thing is exactly that. Obviously, in their alternate modes, you don't need any. You can display them in them perfectly. But even if you've got no fists, you can put missiles in the robot modes, and you'd get away with that. It'd be brilliant. Let's have a look at the robot then. So there's all the chrome bits I was on about. And if we turn it around, the tyres, I'm quite lucky with these. These are in quite good condition. I brought a lot of these from an actual collector years and years ago, and he just looked after them incredibly well as well. But this, yeah, it's managed to stay in. Sometimes this is very loose, but it's resting okay for now. Exactly the same articulation, exactly the same type of movements. Again, they share the same mould. So what we're going to do now, in fact, the big difference is right behind you. That Inferno got a reissue during the Generation 1 era of toys, as you can see in the gold boxes, but Grapple didn't. We'll look at the original boxes first, so I'll just move these slightly out of the way. And here is the original Inferno box. So there's the great artwork there for him. And then there's, of course, the transformation process there on the top. And on the back, we've got the 1985 battle scene, which of course includes the Dinobots, Shockwave, Jetfire, and that infamous red tracks. Now, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Grapples is going to be exactly the same. I'm going to be a little bit more careful with this one though, because this one is going to be going for grading. This one is a sealed one, and this one made its way over here from America, obviously, as you can see, because it's got a $1 price sticking on it. In fact, it was $9.99 reduced. There is Grapple, again, great artwork for him. Funnily enough, he's got, yeah, the same way as I know. He's got fists in both hands. I was just seeing if they displayed him or had him any differently to how I did. Same transformation process. And then on the back, just a little bit better condition, we've got the lovely 85 battle scene. Right, moving on then. So yeah, so the gold boxes were released. They were European, Australasian reissue. Well, yeah, reissues, re-releases. Still came out 1990, 1991, depending on where they were. This is the English version, so as simple as that. All the language is in English. This is also sealed, and as you can see, everything else is exactly the same. They've just gone for a very bland, but I think lovely gold box. This is, oh, there's a sticker on the side of this as well. I don't know what that is. That might be, that's dollars as well, isn't it? I don't know. Whiz bang. Not too sure what that price is, to be honest. Maybe one of my subscribers or viewers will know what it is. Now, the only downside to these, unfortunately, is that at the time in 1990, obviously, they were really peddling the Micromasters. So that's the battle scene you've got on the back. And that's why it looks like that. So as I say, this is the English one. This is also sealed. It's going to go off and be graded soon. This one I've actually managed to get graded. And although it looks absolutely exactly the same, the language is all in Spanish. So the box is the same. The language is in Spanish. Let's just see if there's a different battle scene. There is. So this one is, again, this is just an advert for all of the figures that they were releasing, reissuing, shall we say, in the gold cards. So if you're not too sure, I've done pretty much all of these on their own individual videos as well. So we've got Trax, Jazz, Astro Train, Blades, of course, Hotspot, Sideswipe, and I'm thinking that must be Swindle. But there you go. So yeah, they have a totally different battle scene, language all in Spanish. Again, all official Generation 1 releases, just a couple of years once after they were first released. There we go then. Two very popular characters. I hope you like looking at them together. I think this seems to be a pretty much good format. Instead of doing just individual videos, teaming them up, etc., it gives us a good perspective and a chance to look at all of them in a slightly different way. So hope you enjoyed looking at them. again, happy birthday to Theron. Hope you really enjoyed this video. And of course, everybody else, thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad you guys are too. Thanks for all the messages. Thanks for all the positivity. And again, if you guys want to shout out or a figure dedicated to you, just give me a shout. And of course, please take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. And don't forget to subscribe.